and most of us were male on one side, female on the other, and that's why we have attraction to the opposite sex. But some people were male, male, and some people were female, female, and that explains gay and lesbian tendencies. Plato got all that covered, right? Transgendered, he had nothing to say about that, so he wasn't that smart. And there were other myths that human beings had wings, but the gods, the more powerful gods, got a little bit jealous, a little bit threatened by the power of these winged creatures, and so they clipped our wings, and that's how we got to the earth. And we're constantly striving to get our wings back. We're constantly striving to get our power back to the divinity that we once were. So in the Greek understanding, in Greek philosophy, human beings were perfect gods who reside in the world of the forms that were kind of somehow cast down to this evil material world. And if we contemplate good, truth, beauty, courage, the virtues, the Greek virtues, then we might just return to the world of forms. Now, did you know that a lot of pale-skinned people believe that to be heaven, or believe that kind of thing to be the goal of the Christian faith? Do you know there are a lot of people that are perfectionistic and think that that is a Christian virtue? I have news for us. God is perfect. God is not perfectionistic. Human beings are imperfect, and yet we're perfectionistic. How opposite is that? How moronic is that? All of us are morons. Hyperbole. Hyperbole. If we would just understand that God created us as creatures, we were never divine to begin with, and we will never return to divinity. Even in God's beautiful heavenly realm, we will remain creatures. That somehow, in our creaturely state, we'll enjoy the eternal presence and love of God in Jesus Christ through the power of the Holy Spirit, in the presence of all of God's angels and heavenly hosts. What an amazing vision. And it is true and it is real. But this perfection thing, that is a Greek fetish that somehow got carried over to us and then got exported all over the world through well-meaning missionaries that cause us endless and unnecessary self-judgment. We have some weird standard of purity and moral perfection within us. And our parents, busy parents, can't watch us 24 hours a day. So they kind of encoded some software into us of self-judgment. If you even think these thoughts or that or whatever, then God is judging and God is perfect and God is not only perfect, micromanaging, God is a micromanager. He's like the NSA. He records every text message and, web browsing and thoughts and lustful ideas and, so, and we are too, and you better, you better judge yourself before somebody else judges you. Preemptive judging is what this ideology creates. And then that creates an entire culture of traumatized people. Because what that does to a child is it robs the child of childhood. To be a child is to be not self-conscious. Right? Where I'm one person. If I'm happy, I laugh. If I'm sad, I cry. Whatever I'm thinking or feeling, I just emote it. And sometimes it's inappropriate in different settings, but that I think and feel what I am right now is what it means to be a child. And at some point, we have to grow up and we have to recognize our social location and be appropriate to our context. But when a 5-year-old is told to judge himself, shame on you. Shame on you means look at yourself from outside of you. Look at yourself as adults see you and see how wrong you are. And then that software is encoded year after year, and the childhood of innocence, of unself-conscious life is robbed of that child. What kind of an adult will one be? One who's uncomfortable in their skin. Is there any group of people in the world less comfortable in their own skin than white Americans? This is because Plato is our master, not Jesus Christ. There's no way that we can judge ourselves as followers of Jesus Christ. Here's why. Jeremiah 4:22. This is God speaking in Jeremiah's voice. For my people are foolish, they do not know me. They are stupid children, they have no understanding. See, it's not just me insulting people. I follow God. God is my master. You are stupid. Well, okay, 3 fingers. Me too. We are stupid children, is what God says. And by the way, should stupid people be judges, magistrates, Supreme Court justices? I mean, some of them are, but should it be in an ideal world? Should it be? No. It requires enormous knowledge, wisdom, discernment to be a judge. The average person is simply too stupid and moronic to be a judge of anything, least of all themselves. We are not qualified to judge ourselves moralistically or in any other way. And therefore, we have to give judgment, or another way of saying is discernment, evaluation, to a community that we trust. We have to first find a trustworthy, non-exploitative, advocating community, and then we have to give judgment over to them. Because people in a loving community are always far more